Hey guys and girls, have you always wanted to install either new house numbers or address numbers, or maybe update the previous ones that you have? That's what we're going to show you today. We're going to actually be installing floating or flush mounted address numbers or house numbers. And as you can see, it has these pins that are on the back side, which actually allows you to mount it either flush, so you can actually flush mount it like that for kind of a cool modern look, or even a more ultra modern look by actually standing it off and causing almost like a shadow effect. And by no means promoting this brand over others. This just happens to be the brand that I purchased. It was the best price and it seemed like a decent quality. So the installation instructions are going to be the same for these as for any of them. I know that Amazon sells a bunch of them. I'm not promoting Amazon. All big box stores sell them. Sometimes you can even find them in liquidation places. So have a look around. I will say that they are, quite a bit more expensive than what the simple, bolt-on or nail-on letters are. But I think that this gives it just a little bit of extra punch and eye appeal to it. So that's my opinion, and it's probably yours if you're here. So if this is your first time here, I am The More You Bear, and we're going to give you information like this, which will help most normal homeowners, property owners, car owners, all the information that they need in order to get this done. I'm hoping that this is recording my audio. We're trying out a new lav mic, which I haven't done before. We know that the content is more important than the quality of the content, and that's the platform that we run on here, just getting you good information, simple information that you can use. So as you can see, I've mounted the letters the numbers per the manufacturer, and we actually had to trim down the number one. We actually had to trim down all of them just to get it to fit, because it is a tight space where I'm trying to mount it. I'm not going to show you the steps into mounting because that's going to be different on every project. You basically center everything up, add some tape, and you're ready to go. So they suggest in the instructions that you should be using a center punch just to punch those center points to get your drill bit started. That's fine, you can use that. You can also use an awl or a scratch awl. It's just basically a screwdriver that has a point on it. We're going to try both here. You can also use a really sharp pencil. You can use a really small drill bit. You can use a nail, a screw, anything that has a point on it to get that drill bit point started. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'll show you with the center punch. The center punch is nice, but it tends to wander just a hair. So you got to watch it. I'm going to finish up the rest of them with just the scratch awl. You can substitute this again for a nail, screw, sharp pencil. So if you don't happen to have a scratch awl, or a center punch, and you don't have a scratch awl, this is going to be very similar to doing it with a nail or a screw. So the next step in this process is to actually drill the holes. Now, this manufacturer suggests you start with an 1/8 inch hole, and if you're doing the floating mount, that you follow that up with a 3/16 drill bit. So what we've done is we've loaded the drill bit into our drill, and we've put tape on the end because they suggest going down 1 inch because of the pins that are on the back. The pins are just about 1 inch long. So by the time we drill this out, we're going to be the right depth. So we're gonna start with that. I was thinking about actually pulling off all of the numbers, but it's very hard to see those little punches in there. So we're just gonna do one at a time. And just watch, because the bit will wander. And you're gonna get into areas like this where you just don't have the room to actually get that drill bit in. So you're just gonna have to kind of work it a little bit. Just take your time. Actually, these holes with the awl, you can see a lot better. Go slow, try to drill everything nice and straight. This isn't the final hole, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Those ones that are at the very top, they actually really hard to drill in this case anyways. I know not everybody's going to be drilling in such a tight spot. So that's the 1/8 inch holes drilled, and we're going to follow that up with the 3/16. You can go a little faster because the hole's already made. Now there will be a little bit of tear out, which is common with most pressure treated products. It's just the nature of the beast. It's not good material to start with, and then they've gone ahead and pressure treated it. And usually it's quite damp, and it makes for kind of a crappy product all around. But don't be afraid with that little bit of tear out on there. If you are concerned with the tear out and how it looks, simply take utility knife very carefully. You don't want to gouge into the surrounding wood too much. You can try pushing the shards back into the hole if you want. That does work. But we're gonna just get everything cleaned up here. It was actually cleaned up not too bad. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to do a dry fit with the 0. And the pins are not completely straight, so we're going to have to do some finessing, I can see already. And she'll go. But to be honest, I think we might, I'm debating whether we just bang it in the way it is or whether we elongate these holes, widen these holes, so that we can get some silicone in there, because that's part of the instructions, is to add silicone to fasten these in place. But honestly, I think that these holes are tight enough that we're just going to be able to basically bang it into place. There's enough resistance on these bolts that have a ring shank in them that I think it's going to hold. I think by the time I take a block and I bang this in, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape, knock on wood. Literally. So I think we're just going to try that. The tolerances in there are very tight. I don't think we need the actual silicone. We did get the silicone out. So that's just a translucent silicone. This is a bath and kitchen, but it will work for exterior. Hint, hint. Or maybe a little secret that all silicone's exterior. It's just the kitchen and bath ones have some inhibitors in there so that they don't grow mold and mildew. So yeah, you can use any silicone that you like. The instructions on this one actually says that you can use PL or some other kind of construction adhesive. I think honestly, by the time we bang these in, they're not coming back out. So I think that's what we're gonna try. So they didn't mention this in the instructions, but if you're having some trouble getting the pins in, like this one, grab yourself, in this case is a 1/4 inch wrench, and all you're gonna do is it's got a little flat spot on there, and you're gonna basically tighten everything down. And again, this should be the same on all products, not just this product, but you can see that the pins are just not quite, they're just not quite straight. And I think that that little bit of resistance is just going to be enough that it's going to hold everything in place. That tolerance is just going to kind of hold everything there. Yeah, that is so tight. The 3/16 is not the right size for doing this kind of stuff. You need at least a size up, maybe even 2. Rock it in there. Don't concentrate on one spot. Kind of move yourself around. That bottom one was way up. They're just making contact with the wood or the surface behind it. Yeah, these ones aren't even close. I don't know if you can see the pins from there, but they are really, really off. Really off. Holy. Okay. This one might be interesting. Again, it's not a perfect process. Overseas, tolerances are not what they are here. I personally don't see the need and even get them in. Freeze thaw process, it could perhaps move it, get them to kind of come out of whack. We'll just have to play it by ear. Like, see, even the one is, it's only 2 points, and it's, geez, that's hard to get in. So I'm actually glad I made this video. I was debating not making it. I thought, you know, this is a pretty straightforward thing, but and voila, with a little bit of effort, we've got brand new floating house numbers. I think that looks really slick. I'll show you with the gate closed because the gate hardware is all black. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video about this gate holder. If you're tired of having your gate slam on you, maybe show a little video on that one. But all the hardware here is black. And me personally, I think that looks slick. Slick, slick, slick. Hope you guys and girls do too. If you guys and girls like the video, think about giving me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Tell me why down in those comments. Constructive criticism is always welcome. If you have any questions at all, I will answer them to the best of my abilities. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. And I like the comments on, you know, how much I've helped people. If it's helped you, maybe throw a little comment in there. New to the channel, hit subscribe, because we're adding stuff like this all the time. It might be house maintenance, yard maintenance, car maintenance, you name it. You know, just trying to give you guys and girls a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of motivation to say that you don't know what you're capable of, because you never know unless you bear. We'll see you on the next one.